So let's continue, my friends, right then. So the thing is, I want to change few things first, and the most important one that I want to change is the way we handle our upload, because that key that we have there is going to create a problem. Because the idea is that when you try, if we go, what is it, like we have the cell actions, like let's say I want to actually now open the edit details model. So when I click on edit, now I will trigger like an action which is gonna go to the server and get me the key. Okay, for cloud and re-upload, we need that key, which is why we always, use this on the homepage, because that's why we use it only once. But now imagine whenever in one page you try to update every single row, it's gonna trigger that action again, and that's not cool. So I rather just add the code directly in the code than having this extra stuff. There is few workarounds around this, and we will do that later. So now let's just avoid that now, just so we can have an easy run with this. So what I'm trying to do, so it doesn't affect even our code right here. So what I am going to do, I'm just going to go back to my env. So I'm just going to go to .env. I'm going to take the preset name right here, and I'm going to go back to my shared components right here, not this one, and go to image upload, and instead of the cloud and the rekey right here, I'm just gonna add it this way directly, and I'm just gonna go remove the cloud and the rekey from here, remove it from here. When we do that, now we gotta go back to our components, the forms and the category details, and go right here and just remove it from the props. Remove it here, remove it from the extraction of the prop, and also we don't need to send it with the components. So I'm just gonna go down, open the alert dialog, go right here. We don't need to send it here. And not only that, we need to go back to our page. We don't need to send it here, so we don't have to do it here. See, like this. And then also right here in the page, I'm just gonna go and remove this from here and remove this from here like this, and that's better. So now after doing this, now we go back to our columns. I'm just going to go and remove this property from here. So as you can see, the columns that we can pass right now. So all we need to do is to create the delete category and get category functions or queries. They are very easy to do. So I'm just going to start with the get category. So I'm just going to go back to my category.ts, close this function. You see very organized. We go under here twice and then paste the comment. So for the function, it's going to be called get category. Description retrieves a specific category from the database using the ID. Access level is going to be public. It's not a problem to access the name of the category, its image. The parameters, so we're only going to send this function the category ID, and that simply is we can get the category simply by the ID, and it returns the details of the requested category. So very simple. Let's do it. So export, and then const gets category, then equal asynchronous, and then what it takes, we said it takes the category ID. So we're just gonna take it from here. The category ID is gonna be type of string. Then this function, all it does is just retrieve the category. So all we do, const category, and then we're gonna use equal and then await and then db.category.find by ID. So category, and then find. We have find unique, so I was thinking of mongoose or something. So find unique right here, and then where, and just simply just add the ID, which is going to be the category ID we have passed, and then simply return the category. Pretty simple, guys. So this one is the get category function, and it's done. Now the delete category, it's the same thing. It's just simply using the same ID, but now there is a bit of difference. So we're just going to go right here, and let me add those comments for delete category for you guys. And let's see. So it's going to be delete category. Description deletes a category from the database. The permission level is going to be admins only. We're not going to allow anyone to delete our category. Only the admin is allowed. And then it takes the parameters the same. It takes the category ID. And then the returns the response indicating success or failure of the deletion operation. Okay. So let's go. Export const. Let me just go back. Const delete category. Equal asynchronous function right here. It takes the category ID. So category ID, which is a string, and then simply right here. We just need first of all to get the information of the user. We have already done that, so I'm just gonna copy paste it. I'm not gonna bore you out. So get the user, then simply if there is no user, return nothing or just return an error, and then verify the admin permission. Or I'm actually gonna do absolute category, and there is no user. I'm just gonna go under here and keep the same standard. So I'm just gonna return. So if there is a new user, throw new error, and then unauthenticated. And then the same thing for verify the admin permission, which is going to see if the role is different than admin, and just throw the admin privileges required for entry. Now also, if we are not passing the category ID, we cannot do that. So I'm just going to go right here and ensure that the category ID is provided. And then we're going to do the same for get category. It seems I forgot to do that. So we're going to make sure that the category ID is provided. It's quite nice. So we're just going to go under here. So after that, so this provides a good coding experience for you guys. So to delete the category from the database is the easiest thing ever. So just copy the command and then const and then response equal await and then db.category.delete, and then delete we need just simply to pass where, and then we can specify the property we look for, which is the ID, and it's going to be the category ID. So if there is a category with the same category ID we passed, this category is gone, and then we will return the response like this. And now if you go back to our columns, all the issues are gone, and now we can actually go back right here and just add the columns here. Just make sure you add the one on the same path, and then go back to our application and refresh. And as you can see, we have done it, guys. Now we can see the categories right there. So I've made a huge progress right here. We have the category image here, then the name here, and then the URL, and then featured. Now look, when I click here, I can edit or delete. So if I click on edit details, I can actually edit the details right here, and it's already filled because we are sending the data there. Let me show you again so you can understand. If we go back and then in the edit, so I have the category details, this is for create. But if we go to columns, we are now talking about edit. What is the edit right here? This one, which is category details, this is when we try to edit, we send in the data this time. That's why the data are already filled. Filled with what? With the raw data. And not only I'm gonna add the raw data that already exists in the data table, no, I'm actually sending a request to get the actual newest information we have about this category before updates. That's why we added this function where this gets like any information I want. So just simply updates in the raw data. That's very cool. There's also the delete category. So before updating, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go back to the form. So category details. And just simply I'm going to go to upload the image here. This one, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove this inset from here and just go back, and we're going to find this here. So this is better. So now I can update anything I want to. So I can go man shirts and just make it anything. So I'm just testing. So I'm just going to put something random and then click on save category information. As you can see, category has been updated. We have the new information here. Now let me click outside to close. So I do that, and as you can see, I have the newest information updated here. I can refresh, and as you can see, it is here. So now let me open again. So edit details, and I can just make it name shirts. It's not featured this time. Save category and close, and now it's been updated this way. Now I can also remove, I can also create now another category, of course, and you can also, this is the create category, but there is another thing that you can do, which is creating it in its own page. That's something we probably gonna integrate. Also another button, because we've added a model to create, but you can also create using the page. So you have two options, either using the model or using this page, and you can use this page also to, you know, create another model, another category. So let's do this, and let's call this shoes. We're testing now, so I'm just gonna go random. So I'm just gonna create a category. It's gonna automatically redirect us to the categories page. So we have the table with the informations. So now I can actually try to delete one of them. So I'm just gonna click on this newest one, and I'm gonna delete it. So it's gonna give me this right here model that's going to say if I want to delete it or not. If I click cancel, nothing's going to happen, but if I went and click delete, it's going to delete this one, only keeps the other one. And if I refresh right here, it's not there anymore. So as you can see, the data table is actually working pretty good. So we can also search. If we look with something doesn't exist, it's not going to show it, but if it's the same name, of course, or just the quite the same, is gonna look for it and show it to you. So it does work, don't worry about it. And you can use this one to create also the same way. So I'm just gonna give you that to try it. It's gonna work pretty fine, pretty the same. The validation also works, and you can close either by clicking here or just simply by clicking outside of this. So as you can see, this is very big progress, because now everything that we will do in the future is gonna be similar. So if you understood this, then this course is going to be so easy for you. Of course, there is few tricks, few stuff that you need to learn along the way, but mostly all the base that you need is now in your hand. So now you're capable to this. If you go to light mode, this is how it looks. Sorry for blinding you, but now as you can see, this is pretty cool. This is how it looks. This is, for me, when it's not zoomed out, it looks very cool, but because I zoom it, it looks a little bit off, but that's fine because I have to show you the progress, and I have an ultra wide TV. That's why I have to actually zoom in for you guys to see, and I hope that doesn't bother you a bit. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Sorry for talking too much. Yeah, see you in the next video as usual.